So there is code on screen, but it's also a lot mixed in with the translation, because if you didn't know, PERM and this character were updated within the past, I think, week. And the only reason why I didn't update immediately is because, one, I didn't know, because I was translating before PERM and the character were updated, which is relevant because as I go through translation talk, there are more things with this character now. So as we randomize our run into a Cthulhu Eldritch Parasite, yeah, let's remember that first and then I'll explain later on. Tsujihiki. But I think I'm getting that right. Again, one last disclaimer. If I get anything wrong in the course of everything, as I nearly forget, Eldritch Parasite, yeah, feel free to let me know, because I am not the most perfect at even Japanese, and I certainly don't know any Korean. So, I can obviously take looks here and there, but obviously that's a far cry from actually learning the language officially, or to an educational degree. Anyway, as we get into Cthulhu Eldritch Parasite, random item stats, 3 custom random item stats, 3 custom mysteries, and the custom character once more. All you need to know is that things were updated. If your PERM version is not on 0.36 question mark, then yeah, it's probably good to update. So second encounter, second mystery, light, strength, dexterity, and maybe a charisma check. But as we get into this run, so the code that you saw at the beginning, on top of just being me trying to translate things correctly, and again, I don't know Korean, so I'm using websites and whatnot, cross-referencing internet sources, and then using translation machines to do my best to find out what the best translations are. I don't do much change, by the way, but as we get Recluse, Ward, Postal, Writer, and Taxi, that's a lineup. Both are. We take Taxi. Let's take next Taxi now. Yeah, Tsujihiki, that's all you need to know. I think that's what was being told, and as you can already see, the preparation event is already changed. So just to stop here for like 30 seconds to a minute, it's called Tsujihiki, so I think you can identify that with more, just literally directly, it is slicing or slicer. So I didn't want to just name it that, because as you saw in the very beginning, the kanji is Tsujihiki, Tsuji meaning more like the flesh, sinew, the meat of something. So you can combine it with various parts for more accurate identifiers in the sentence. And then the hiki is kind of more to pull or draw, can be physical or non-physical sense, in conceptually pull something. But Tsujihiki together is kind of an identifier and can be shorthand for a knife, but I don't know that for sure because I don't want to claim that I know anything about knives and Japanese and so on and so forth. So as we take the slicer here, I called it the slicer knife because I didn't want to just call it the slicer. I normally don't like to use one word, item, stats, status effects, curse names, over the base game, because the base game might introduce something like that. So as we get this text that actually goes too far, and so I need to fix it again. I've been trying to trim the text, but I didn't want to... I usually try not to remove anything, but again, English is a language in which all the letters take up a lot more space than Chinese, Japanese, and Korean, so it is one of the challenges to translating any of those languages into English, pretty much. And I can say on that point, as I forget to actually check my cooking competition schedule, yeah, I will say on that point that I have taken educational classes on translating Japanese, or basically translating Japanese in general. That being said, I will also admit that the project I did at the end of that class was not the greatest. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest. My time in education was not the greatest, so... and that's all I'll say on that. But, that's right, we're on an Eldritch Parasite run. I need to be checking this, by the way. As long as we have time, we do one need to equip this. And if I inspect this here, I didn't even remember that you could use hashtags to line break here, but hey. And then let's actually go prepare, because as much as I want to keep these cool items on us, we can't heal with water anyway. We can't even sell them. We didn't sell for anything. Let's go to the market. So if you try to pack using, let's actually just do that here. So if you try to pack utensils here, did I do that right, by the way? Well, please tell me I did this right. Oh, I didn't have enough funds. In fact, I'm not getting funds. Why am I not getting funds? Because I probably didn't set it to get funds. Hey, that's a bug. But we'll work with what we've got for the moment. we'll go through, because again, the character still functionally runs fine, but obviously that is a bug, so I do need to take care of that. So we will also get an ingredient off of this enemy if I can do this correctly. Do we get extra damage on strong attacks? I don't think we did, right? No, we don't. So this is a bit of a problem, but I think the trade-off is that the slicer knife grants you more stuff. So, and if I'm wrong about that, well, we're gonna find out. But being able to do 3 damage is not great, so 4 damage as well. But I feel like there's something else. I thought I'd get bonus damage on human enemies with the slicer knife. Again, this is me being bugged, so this might actually be a 0.5 episode. But for the moment, I mean, it's a good introduction. That way I can test things. I did test this, the slicer knife and things out, but I didn't really notice because I was just trying to make sure. I just did like one mystery just to make sure nothing was crashing. So, shrug, right? But anywho, we get a map. That's not going to help us as much, but since we can't visit the market because we have no funds, we just need to enter and do our best. So, if I recall correctly, this is for potato. I mean, I could just check. Replace the mummified heart when cooking hot pot. So, inspect your items frequently with this character. That being said, we're not going to be able to use too much, but it is still going to grant us some experience overall. Now, what I would actually like to do is use some of these funds because I don't want to lose experience. So, we'll do our best with what we've got. We get 2 funds, and we're actually going to gather ingredients, and I'll show you basically the way this looks. So, hunger is, yeah, so this is more perm specific now with, well, four choices is not perm specific, but there are perm specific things happening here. I might show you in the next episode. I might show you 2 episodes later if I remember. If I don't remember, just know that when you have hunger, and assuming this works correctly, because I don't have hunger yet, I believe, this is randomized by using perm Ito code. But because we don't have anything else, we're just going to go hunting for the moment and hope we can defeat this enemy quickly. So, the answer to that is no, we're not going to be able to defeat it quickly because this knife doesn't do enough damage. So, can we even run, by the way? We can, if we so choose. I don't think we get anything from that, right? No, we don't. So, let's prepare again here and see what happens. I thought this was supposed to, that was supposed to do a thing, and I saw my funds kind of go up and down, but you know what? Let's just grab some ingredients while we're here, just so that we don't oopsie-doopsie ourselves in the next mystery. Yeah, I probably bugged that out. I didn't get to fine comb over everything because of how I was looking to how to translate the newest parts of this character and Perm, but Perm doesn't really need it. Perm just gets updated and it's perfectly fine. This character, on the other hand, got I think 11 new basically cards and a few new events. One of them kind of replaces, some of them replace the other. And if you don't know what I mean, don't worry about it. Oh my goodness, I'm taking -2 all. I don't want to do this. I think I have to just go for 6 damage. We probably won't get 6 damage overall, but we'll do our best. We'll just trade blows here and do our best. This is a bit of a problem, though. I think, unless I missed something, I could have missed something. I already missed a few things, I know for sure. So, as we go, 21 stamina, 19 reason left for the rest of the run on our first mystery. Yeah, this is really painful. Did I get anything from that, by the way? No, I didn't, because, oh, that's right. There's a chance that may yield ingredients, and this is accurate. You're not guaranteed to get anything. However, I thought the rewards were better. Based on again, I didn't get to do a fine comb over everything. I just tried to make things at least minimally feasible, and even that, obviously, you saw there are bugs. So, use the gun immediately, and we're just going to mash through and run if we can. I don't have the thingamajiggies, so this is going to be interesting. This is a human enemy, so I could harvest ingredients from them. The problem is, I may not be able to do enough damage. So, we thankfully do get bonus damage, but boy oh boy, are we taking a bunch of stamina damage. So, again, I'll take another look, and if this is it, then I think you're meant to, because I thought you could do it. You could prepare for knives once a mystery, question mark? Well, and if I could stop missing, because 45%, yeah, I know it's 45%, but it would be nice to hit these. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh my goodness, I miscalculated, question mark? For some reason, I thought I was already on 5 HP. Was I not? Well, we do get ingredients off of it. The unfortunate part is we only have 2 stamina. But you know what? This will at least be a good opener as I fine comb, or keep saying fine comb as if that means something. Basically, go back over what I had. Because again, I just wanted to make sure at least everything works, base. even if there are bugs here and there. That being said, we can take Recluse now. I don't want to do a thing. So we are... Man, I shouldn't have filled this bottle of water knowing we're on Eldritch Parasite. We can still drink it, I think. Yeah, we can. And I think we'll just end up throwing the potato. The jumper cables don't do a lot of damage. Also note that the slicer knife, as opposed to the clam knife, does knowledge. Oh, I made a mistake. No, I misunderstood. So I misunderstood what I even translated, but you know my memory, I forget a lot. What I was trying to say is that the slicer knife changes if you have hunger and you equip it. So that would have been great for human enemies. However, because I just picked up the slicer knife without hunger, I get it as is, which isn't bad either, but I think the fact that I'm not doing enough damage is gonna hurt me, so I may just prefer the clam knife over the slicer knife. Usually it depends on the situation. I'll probably have to take another look, and there's probably something that I may have missed here and there, but for the moment in this run, I did what I did, and now we're just here, so we'll try. Do I, out of curiosity, can I do this? I cannot. Okay, that makes sense. So waste another day. We do our best. Actually, I should have switched. Oh my goodness, the crash. What crashed here? Okay, so I'll show you this. And I will, well, just call that the video. So, yeah, I mean, there's a high chance to lose, but it would have been great to see what actually happened in the rest of the run. But if I were to show you what is on screen here, and I transition now, this is the crash I ran into. So, yeah, without further ado, this isn't going to be a 0.5 episode because there was something that I could show you. Primarily the slicer knife, I think that was one of the bigger parts, but also the other new events that you could run into and how they changed with the update, I think a few days ago. Again, I don't remember the exact date. But yeah, without further ado, because this played out how it was, well, this is where the video ends. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, or if you want to correct me on anything, because I know I probably misunderstood here and there, if not a few times, then yeah, you know what to do. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!